What up, y'all? Welcome back to another interview here on the show. We're calling it Fight Talk with Jimmy Dukes. We are here joined via phone with Daimon
Altamirano.
Altamirano. See, I was already messing it up, and we were just jokingly about saying it before the recording, man. But how are you, brother? How's everything?
I'm doing great, Jimmy. I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, man. I appreciate your time, man. I know we were trying to get it figured out, but yeah, man. Got an opportunity coming up for a debut, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Oh, no doubt about it.
So heavyweight. I know we were jokingly saying with other people and talking about President Lamar. I love seeing big guys fight. You know what got you into fighting?
I grew up playing football and wrestling. Wrestling became my passion. Fell in love with it. Made a silly choice to go play college football, and I just wish I stuck with wrestling and combat. As soon as that was over, jumped right back in.
Nice. So talk about that. Like, was that when you were playing football? Was like being part of martial arts training still kind of involved in what you had going on in your life, or was it just focused on the football thing and then just jump back into the combat sports?
I never really left the sport of wrestling. I'm a alumni at Cleveland High School in Rio Rancho, New Mexico. And I'd always go back and support the
Nah.
group, support the guys. I grew up around Chris Luttrell. He's a famous MMA coach. He fought in the UFC way, way back in the beginning. And when I got done with football, he just nagged me all the time. Hey, come try out my gym. Come try out my gym. It was Luttrell U MMA. And one day I showed up and I never left. I was there twice a day, every day since. And that was 4 or 5 years
Nice.
now.
That's cool, man. What? So when you were doing wrestling, how did you get into the whole like the crossover to MMA? Like, how was that? Do you remember how that took place when you're done wrestling, or
Yeah,
you know?
so wrestling is my passion. I've always done it, but it, at the adult level, at the senior level, it's either you go to the Olympics or you pay $200 to go wrestle a bunch of dads. So there's not a lot of there's not a lot of growth in it.
Yeah,
MMA, I plan to go all the way to the top,
yeah, that
make it
makes
a career.
sense. No, that's cool. I mean, I like how you said that because you're like, hey, if you're not gonna go this route, my focus is going this now with the whole MMA. And so as far as where how's training camp been, and I'm just getting to know you too. Where do you train out of currently?
No, it's great. So I train on Team Jones. I train with John Jones and company, Greg Jackson, Alex, Brandon Gibson, Tusa. A lot of great guys over there. Lots of really good high level training partners, UFC guys, Bellator guys, BKFC. The whole 9 yards. Lots of really good high level athletes there. Uh, I have a jiu-jitsu coach. His name's Jose Barraza. He coaches over at Dark Haven Studio. I've been with him since the beginning. So this fight, I'm coming out with him and Freddie Sandoval. Freddie's done a great job getting me ready. Been training with him every day as well. I kind of train all over the place, man.
Yeah, I like that you say that because with the sport of combat, with combat sports in general, I mean, if you can float around to gyms that are specialized in certain things, and of course, you're talking about your current gym now with all the different partners you have there, man. Talk about the benefit of having those kind of guys in the gym to get you ready for kind of a debut like this.
Oh, it's unbelievable. Like I'll tell you the truth. I get in the cage and spar with John. I'm not scared of anything. Like who's gonna hit me like that, right? Trained with the absolute best in the world, and then I've made all kinds of connections. I've wrestled with Gable Stevenson, Olympic champion. I met Gordon Ryan through John, and I spent the whole last summer out at New Wave training under John Danner, Gordon Ryan, literally the best in the world, best of all time at their craft. And I'm just trying to be the next guy.
Yeah, that's dope, man. You talk about all like the traveling and stuff, and I've noticed that after I get to know some athletes, when they go and like train with other people, and they're open to with other gyms like that, having that rapport with other people and that connection is a benefit. Because I mean, look at you have an opportunity to train at home with with John and all the team over there at Wink, and then you get to go over here and train with Cross Gym and just go with the grappling, man. That's amazing.
Yeah, definitely. I train all over the place. I travel to train. I'll go spend a month or a couple weeks in different states just looking for the best training partners, the best coaches on earth. I plan to be the best on earth, so that's what I got to do.
Man, I love that the confidence. I could just hear it, and you're putting yourself in the right position to be successful. I mean, with your background that you've had already, on top of what you've been doing recently, the connections you've made, all the cross training you've been done. I love to hear stuff like that. So it's cool, man. You guys get to see somebody that might be just starting their career right here at KFL 3. So talk about how did that fight came into play? Was it just kind of you got a phone call? Were you just like, hey, I'll raise my hand to fight? How did that fight come into play?
Bro, tell you, I've been looking for an amateur debut for 2 years. My
Oh
name has
my
been in
goodness!
10 plus different promotions, and just nobody will fight me. It's been an issue.
Wow.
So, my jujitsu coach Jose told me, he says, "Go ask Freddie. Freddie Sandoval will find you a fight." I said, "Hey, Freddie, help me find a fight." He's been a mine for a while. 2 days later, I'm on KFL fighting Darren Hawkes.
Dang, that's dope. And I hear that a lot too, because there's, a lot of guys that I know. That was one of their biggest issues. Like when they're like a more than decent person, and I'm not knocking anybody else, a more than decent athlete coming in for a debut, it's kind of hard to get a fight because everybody's like, yeah, I don't want to fight that guy.
Yeah, no kidding. People want to fight, but they don't want to get in a hard fight, right? Everybody
Yeah.
wants a nice, easy win.
Yeah, and it's cool that you say that because like you're prepared for this and having to wait all this time because I know for a lot of people that know or don't know if you're watching this or listening is that amateur guys have a hard time first of all getting a fight and then second actually the fight going through because cancellations and things like that and some people have to jump to a pro career just because they can't get an amateur fight, right?
Yeah, I'm even gonna call someone out right here. I was set to fight Jacob Hernandez, who fought on KFL last go around. Probably a really cool guy. We have some mutual friends. He signed the contract to fight me at Fight World in Albuquerque. A couple days later, just pulled out. So I'm not sure why, but that's happened several times with several different opponents. And after this, I'd love to fight you, Jacob.
Yeah, man, and I know he was in the last fight, at KFL too, and he got a decision win over Gabe, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure the promoters and the president love to hear that kind of stuff. And it's always like professional to how you said, hey, I would love, I don't know what happened, but I would love to fight you, kind of thing. I love that gentleman call out.
Yeah, no disrespect to anybody. We're still amateurs. We're not trying to sell a show or anything like that.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to get some fights under my belt, make it to the top. And if you guys call yourselves MMA fighters, then let's get it on.
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if you get in a ring with somebody that's already getting their career going as serious as you are, that's just a test off the bat to see where you guys both stand, kind of thing. And me as a fight fan, I fucking love it. I love to hear stuff like that. If it makes sense, and KFL can make it happen or something like that, that'd be dope to watch. After this, but with all that being said, leading up to this fight, talk about your current training camp and how excited you are to come down to El Paso for this amateur debut in the heavyweight division, brother.
I've been training hard, man. Cardio's through the roof, strength is through the roof, technique is all there. I'm just ready to rumble. It's gonna be a good show. I promise you that.
Awesome, man. I love how you're just carrying yourself, man. I'm excited. This is the first time I get to talk to you and stuff, and I'm just a big fight fan overall, and I'm getting more involved and getting to know people in the Southwest as as combat athletes. And I'm looking forward to meeting you on Friday, man. I'll be there at the weigh-ins, man. But before we get out of here, you want to shout anybody out? Anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Not too much, man. Let's put on a good show.
I love it, man. I love it. Nothing wrong with that. Make sure you guys go check him out. His socials are going to be there at the bottom. Looking forward to KFL Saturday. Weigh-ins are Friday. I'll be out there recording and doing my thing. But, man, make sure you guys get your tickets ahead of time. There is a military discount at the door. If you want, get the tickets from the actual fighters. It actually helps them individually. It helps them with paying some stuff you guys don't know or do know. These guys are amateurs, so they're not getting paid. So anytime you guys use their code and buy from them, they get a little bit of cut from that for each ticket, man. But thank you so much for your time, bro. I'm excited to meet you, and good luck for the rest of this week and safe travels down, man.
Hey, you're the man, Jimmy. All glory be to God. Jesus Christ is the one true King, man.
Ah, awesome, man. Appreciate it, brother. Take care, man.
Have a good one.